Shalom. Foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshua, Bashem, Rakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, the ones that like teach 100% true. Shalom, Brakathum to them, for the advocation and knowledge, and double honors to, and salutations to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, and ones that like teach 100% true. Shalom, Brakathum to them. And foremost, give all praise again to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshua, Bashem, Rakadash. Relates to lockdown measures relating to certain countries in the European countries, Spain, Netherlands, Denmark, Spain, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Great Britain and other countries as well. Relating to the uproars relating to the civil unrest, relating to the protests in various respected countries. This is 2nd Ezra 9. 2nd Ezra 9, we'll start 1 and 3. He answered me then and said, Measure thou time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the parts of the signs pass, which I had told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he has made. And therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. That's what you're seeing, uproars of the people. Various other countries. It started in different countries, respectfully, in 2019, and pretty much continued on over economical, civil, and other types of matters relating to their respective regions in those countries. So measured out time diligently, paying attention to signs that's happening, because the Lord is beginning to visit what he has made, man. He's bringing on these different signs, pestilence, and plagues, that spirit of civil unrest upon the people, multitude nations of people all over. So that's what you're seeing. Let's go to 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also, that in the last day perilous times shall come. We're in perilous times, man. And these verses relating to pretty much the characteristics of how people are going to act and be towards one another, and pretty much overall in the latter times. Well, precursively now, and especially the latter times. So we're in perilous times. I want to go to 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that ultimately relates to different types of calamities that's going to come upon the nation and multitude of people in the latter times specifically, and precursively, and because they walked in great pride relating to their wickedness, man. You know what I mean? I want to go to 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. This is 16 and 18. This is 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars. And the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? That's the times we're in. We're in the beginning of these relating to sorrows, famines, cursively, great death, wars, relating tensions overseas, pretty much the beginnings of evils, man. The civil unrest, the tensions upon the nations of people, the unrest between people versus, the kings and princes, authorities. So that relating to also Matthew's 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Things happen in different places. Pretty much that spirit of unrest worldwide is happening, man. I want to go to Second Ezra 15, 14 through 19. The second Ezra 14 through 19. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in our hand. And that's the times we're coming into as well. You know what I mean? Different class of people versus one another, using the sword, guns, violence. But this is the main one. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard the kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what happened. The insurrection, violent uprising of the people, man. You know what I mean? Not regarding the kings and princes, man. You seeing that in various countries all over the world. Here, the capital, various other major cities in the United States here. That the spirit of unrest, man. You know. 17. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to martial law, for because of their pride the cities shall be in trouble. The cities are in trouble, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Relating to the state, the status and state and condition of the society, man. So people are going to be afraid relating to what's going on, and pretty much the cities are going to be in trouble because pretty much the chaos is going to be happening in those cities, respective cities. And the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and great tribulation. And that's the times we're pre-entering, you know. I want to get Luke. Luke 12 and 48. I come to send fire on earth. I am come to send fire on earth. And what will I, if it already be kindled? So it's already set, man, because the people, the uproars, the unrest, you know what I mean? And Lebanon, for example, the people bombing in the cities with fires, torching, pretty much lighting up the pretty much the cities, you know what I mean? So the people unrest, you know what I mean, throwing mocktail cocktails in the buildings, setting fires. So that spirit is already set of that pre-fire is set upon pretty much the world, man. You know what I mean? And now this is just something short, you know, a few verses relating to that. Give all praise to the water for listening. Start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakadesh. Water for listening. To water for listening. Shalom.